617-6803. Again, my name is Derek, and my direct line here is 832. Hello? Want to answer. Hang up to send call to voicemail. Hello?
I had a missed call from this number.
Yeah, is this Esther?
No, this is Iris, her assistant.
Oh, okay. My name is Derek. Yeah, I just left a voicemail. I don't know if you listened, but I was reaching out. I had come across a listing where it looks like she had represented a buyer on a vacant lot about a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually under contract with a homeowner right down the street from where that lot was on East 36th Street. And the more that I look at the home here and the floor plan, there's just a lot going on, and I'm starting to think that it's more of a new construction play than it is a fix and flip. So I'm reaching out to some realtors who seem to be representing some builders and wanted to see if there's any interest. I'm looking to assign my interest in the contract now.
Yeah, I mean, not at this time. I don't. I can reach out to that buyer.
Hmm.
What address are you? What are you talking about? Are you buying?
I'm sorry?
What address? Yeah, she was. How much? Okay, well, let me I can reach out to that buyer and see if she would be interested.
Yeah.
I know she is going to be building something on the 1432. I'm not sure what yet. But yeah, I can reach out and see what she says. How big is the lot you're buying? Let me pull that up in the tax records.
Should be, it looks like same size, 4,000.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I do see it here. And so you're saying the building on there, you're thinking of not flipping anymore, that it'll be a complete tear down?
Yeah, there's just a lot going on. The homeowner had done a lot of unpermitted work and additions to the property. So, it's either going to cost a whole lot of money in order to bring it up to speed, or like I said, I think you'd be better off taking the route of just tearing it down and putting a new structure in place.
Right. And do you have a price idea of how much?
I don't, and that's why I was looking to, because I again was looking at it one way, and now I'm just wanting to get some feedback, because I will likely have to go back to the homeowner and renegotiate the price now that we found all this stuff out. So I'm kind of wanting to get a ballpark to see where people would need it at before I go back and try to renegotiate, just so for the sake of not having to do it multiple times. So if there is any interest, please feel free to reach out. Let me know where you think the buyer would need to be, and then I'd love to round back with the seller. I think he would be agreeable and open. He kind of mentioned as well that he thinks it may need to be torn down. So I don't think it'll be an issue in order to get the price reduced. And I'd love to make something happen.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, let me reach out to her and see if she's got any interest in buying something else there.
Perfect. I appreciate it. What was your name?
Okay. My name's Iris.
Iris. Thank you so much.
And what was your name?
My name is Derek.
Derek. And Derek, this is your cell number?
It is.
Okay. Alrighty. I'll call you back once I talk to her.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye. So as you kind of heard, that's what I'm doing now. Excuse me, reaching out to some realtors who represented buyers in the area on vacant lots, or there's like few new construction buildings in the subdivision. Not very many, to be honest. Now that we've also learned that it's in a flood zone, it's like so apparent to me that all the activity is happening right on the other side of the highway, and not so much in the subdivision. So, reaching out to again buyer realtors who represented buyers on vacant lots, and and realtors represented sellers on the new construction. Like I said, there's only like one new construction in like the last couple of years, and it's on a smaller lot. It's kind of like a townhome. Um, it's like, yeah. So, even that new construction, it doesn't really like make sense. The builder for that one built it on a much smaller lot. It looked like they had two lots side by side, and those two lots will be bigger than just the single lot. I'm not doing a good job of explaining that, but it just like kind of doesn't match. It's not apples to apples. Like she had asked, what's the size of square footage of your lot, right? It makes a difference in terms of what you can build on the place. So the builder built those townhomes because of the size of the lots, and it looks like they had lots right next to each other, which allowed them to build multiple townhomes. Whereas this is just like a lot that would be smaller than what he or she had to work off of to build those townhomes, and it like wouldn't make sense to stack the townhomes like they did on this other lot. One second, use restroom. Hmm. Right.
Google Fi subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hi there, this message is for James. My name is Derek. I had come across a listing where it looks like you had represented the buyer on a vacant lot a few months ago over on East 34th Street in zip code 77022 over in the Bella Vista subdivision. I'm actually under contract with a homeowner right around the block on East 36th Street. And the more that I look at it, the more that I'm thinking it's probably best to take the route of just tearing the property down and taking the new construction route. So I wanted to reach out to see if possibly the client that you represented on this transaction over on 34th is looking for another lot, or if you happen to work with other builders or developers to see if they're interested in picking something else up. If you are interested, please feel free to give me a call back. Again, my name is Derek, and best number to reach me at is 832. Talk to you soon.
Hi, this is Deanna with Keller Williams. Please leave a message here or email Deanna at gardenoakshomes.com. Thank you. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Deanna. My name is Derek. I had actually come across a listing where you had represented the buyer on a vacant lot a couple months ago over on East 32nd and 1/2 Street. I'm actually under contract with a homeowner right around the block on East 36th, and I'm looking to assign my interest to an end buyer. The more I look at it, the more I think that the best route is probably to tear the property down and take the new construction route. So I wanted to reach out to see if possibly the client that you represented on this one is looking for another lot, or if you happen to have any other clients, builders, developers that are looking for another opportunity in the area. I'd love to connect and give you a little bit more information. If there is any interest, please feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Derek, and the best number to reach me at is 832.
voicemail. I cannot get to the phone right now, so please leave me your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll call you back as soon as possible. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Tessa. My name is Derek. I had come across a listing where you had represented the buyer a few weeks ago on a vacant lot over on East 32nd in zip code 77022. I'm actually under contract with a homeowner right around the block on East 36th. And the more that I look at the property, the more I think that the best route to take is to actually tear it down and do some new construction there. So wanted to reach out to you to see if the client that you represented on this transaction over on 32nd is possibly looking for another lot, or if you work with any other investor clients, any builders, developers that are looking for another opportunity in the area. I'd love to connect and give you a little bit more information. If there is any interest, please feel free to get back to me. Again, my name is Derek, and the best number to reach me at is 832. I'll talk to you soon. I'm just taking down all these people's information as I'm calling them, so that I have something to refer back to. So that I'm going to close out of all these tabs as well, so that I don't have to keep them opened. I'm taking down what address I'm calling them about, the property that they helped represent the buyer on, their phone number, and what it is that I did, like left voicemail, emailed, spoke with them. They're going to get back to me once they speak with their buyer, that type of stuff. So that I know in the future who to round back with, who to ignore, all that good stuff.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Man,
automatic
it's that
voice
Friday,
message
huh?
system.
Nobody
82
by their phone.
0 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, this message is for Rizwan. My name is Derek. I had come across a listing where you represented the buyer a few months ago for a vacant lot over on Delhi Street in zip 77022. I'm actually under contract with a homeowner in this zip code right on the other side of Airline. And the more that I look at the property, the more I think that the best route to take is actually to tear it down and put a new property up in its place. So I'm reaching out to some realtors in the area who seem to be working with some builders or developers. So wanted to reach out to you to see if the client who you helped on this purchase over here on Delhi Street is looking for another lot, or if you happen to have any other investor clients, builders, developers who are looking for another opportunity in the area. I'd love to connect with you and give you some more information about it. If there is any interest, I'd love to reach out, or rather, I'd love for you to reach out and connect. Again, my name is Derek. The best number to reach me is 832 617 6803. Again, best number to reach me is 832 617 6803. I'll talk to you soon. I'm doing too many things at once. Nobody answers their phone on Fridays, though, huh? That's what's going on. Hopefully, I pronounced that guy's name right. There's one. Hi, is this Sydney?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, sorry, I was connecting to my car.
No worries. Am I speaking with Sydney?
Yeah, what's up?
Hi, my name is Derek. I'd come across a listing where it looks like you had represented the buyer on a vacant lot a couple months ago over on East 37th Street. No, I might have the wrong information there. It's not Sydney Ann Dove that I'm speaking with?
Weird. Yeah, but I never represented a vacant lot. Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I really forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Megan. What's up?
Yeah. So I'm actually under contract with a homeowner in the area over on 36th. I think it's around the other side of Airline. And just the more that I learn about the property, I think the best route is probably to tear it down and put up a new structure in its place. The homeowner had done a bunch of unpermitted work and additions to it, and it's seems to be more of a headache to fix and flip than it would be to just tear the place down. So wanted to reach out to you to see if maybe the client that you helped on this lot is looking for another opportunity, or if you happen to work with any other builders or developers in the area. I'd love to kind of send this your way to see if there's any interest.
I'll call Megan and see. So she owns the house next door.
Gotcha.
And that's why she bought that lot, is so that she could, like, do whatever she wanted with it.
Gotcha.
So she'll probably say no. But I'll ask and shoot you a text if she does.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Besides that, I'm not working with any builders at the moment. So
Gotcha.
I can't help you there, unfortunately.
No worries. No worries. I appreciate your time. And yeah, please just, ask her. It makes sense to me. And that's probably why you forgot, too. It was just the next door neighbor type deal.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, what are you talking about? I was so confused.
Yeah, no worries.
This is real good for forgetting stuff. But, all right. Well, thanks, Derek, for calling. I'll let you know.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Take care. Bye.
You too. Bye. Spoke. Buyer was next door neighbor. That gives me the idea to contact the neighbors as well. See if there's any interest to the neighbors to the property that's under contract here. See if there's any interest in those neighbors wanting it. Now that it's going to go for lot, just lot value, you're gonna have to tear the place down, but uh, maybe attracted to the neighbor just to expand upon their lot. She was like, "What are you talking about? I've never worked with any lots."
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 93335 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, this message is for Lauren. My name is Derek. I had come across a listing where it appears you represented the buyer on a vacant lot a couple of months ago over on East 37th Street in zip code 77022. I'm actually under contract with a homeowner on East 36th Street, I believe right on the other side of Airline Drive here. The more that I learn about the property and the more that I look at it, I'm starting to believe that the best route is actually to tear the property down and put up a new structure in its place. So, wanted to reach out to see if the client that you helped out on this lot over here on East 37th is possibly looking for another lot in the area, or if you happen to work with any other investor clients, any builders or developers that may be looking for another opportunity in the area. I'd love to connect and give you some more information about the property here. If there is any interest, again, my name is Derek. The best number to reach me is going to be 832. I'll talk to you soon. Everybody's in their Friday feels. What's up? I'm the only one getting to it. Hello, Derek. A pleasure to greet you. Oh my God, this guy. He's not stopping, man. That's what I get for putting my number on Facebook, I guess, but jeez.
speaking.
Hi, am I speaking with Anas?
Yeah, speaking.
Hi, how's it going? My name is Derek. I had come across a listing where it looks like you represented the buyer about a month ago for a lot over on East 40th Street.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, I'm under contract with a homeowner in the area over on East 36th. And the more that I learn about the property, I think that the best route is actually to tear it down and put up a new structure in its place. So, wanted to reach out to see if the client that you helped out over here on East 40th may be looking for another opportunity, or if you happen to work with any other builders or developers in the area. I'd love to kind of send this your way for you to take a look, see if there's any interest.
Oh, you have a lot for sale there?
Yeah, I'm under contract with the homeowner, and I'm looking to assign my interest to an end buyer. And I think, yeah, the best route to take is probably going to be to tear it down and build some new construction.
Oh, okay. So you are the agent or you are the buyer for that lot?
The
You
buyer,
want to sell it?
the buy, exactly. I'm the principal buyer in the contract, looking to assign my interest.
Okay. So you will be the owner of that lot and you want to sell it to another one who's going to build in it, something like that,
Correct.
right? Okay. Um, well, I can definitely contact him and if you can just send me the address,
Sure.
if you can text me your name and your address, the address of the lot,
Sure.
I will definitely reach out to him.
Sure.
And yeah, I will get back to you soon.
Okay. I appreciate you taking the call.
Yeah, definitely. Sure.
All right. We'll talk soon.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely.
Bye now.
Thank you. Bye bye.
What's going on, Jared? Reaching out to realtors in the area for Jack's property here. Reached out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was the eighth. I'm calling the lots. The more that I look at it, it's definitely a new construction play, man. That place needs to be torn down. So what I'm trying to do is, because it's kind of weird, right? I think now I really am seeing it very clearly. The price that we have it at is just a bit too expensive for it to be a new construction play, and I'll explain why. But we also have it locked up a bit too. How do okay. The feedback, how much is the lot value? So a lot of lots in the area are going anywhere between, so the guy that I just called right here, that was listed at 110,000 a month ago. That one's about 600 square feet smaller. But it's also just not in the same area. The lots in the area, let me pull it up. Sold land within the last year. No min or max on year built, but capped the lot size at 4,500. So there's one right down the street. I connected with that realtor. That one sold for 110 on East 36, literally a few doors down. That one is just a few doors down from ours. There's another one around the block that went for 99.9, so 100,000. Another one went for 150. I think I was getting ready to reach out to that person shortly. But if you look at, I wish I could share my screen. If you look at it on like Redfin or wherever you're running your comps, it's very clear to me now that people are avoiding the area because of probably the flood zone. It's like the second you get on the other side of the highway there on Airline Drive, um, a bunch more lots are selling. So I'm still calling those people, but it again from like a bird's eye view, it's just so clear to me now that this little pocket right here on the other side of Airline, in between Airline and the 45, is there's not a lot of activity going on. There is activity going on, but not nearly as much as right when you get on the other side of Airline there. So again, yeah, the lots are going for anywhere between, and even then, the lots on the other side of Airline that are probably in more attractive areas, they're going for 115, 119, 110, 125. The highest I see is 130. So that's why I think that it's a little, what we have it contracted for is not too extremely high, but just the fact that these are vacant build ready lots. So the cost to tear down the property has to be taken into consideration as well. So I think we may be able to get like 100 for it, 110 maybe, if we find the right buyer, builder, developer. But and then same with new construction. It's like there's a few townhomes that went up in this little pocket where Jack's property is, and then right on the other side of Airline, there's a lot of new construction. Um, so again, reaching out to those people, but yeah, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get a hold of people to see if I can pull a number out of them to be like, where do you think you would have to be? Because the building's still. Oh, let me text this guy back before I forget. No one of the other guy who he had a contract with reduces price to 110. Something else to know when we get another seller that was under contract before. I got to dig deeper. Another new thing learned. Yeah, yeah. I'm learning so much on this one, man. Flood zones. I now know that I should have looked. I think I'm gonna make a habit if the property is in like even if it even needs an average rehab with the way that the market is appreciating and the way that new properties are being built. I think that it should what I'm going to do is implement it as common practice into my business model is to when I run comps to also look into the new construction and the lots that are selling in the area just so that I can get a full picture like okay if the property needs to be torn down can we pivot to a new construction type of play or if it can be fixed up, what's the ARV going to be? Okay, all this other unpermitted additions are done. This may be unattractive to fix and flip because it's not even they don't have permits for it. So, you know what I mean? Now I know if something like this were to happen, it's clear to me with the type of feedback that I've gotten is it may not be the numbers thing, it's the headache involved with fixing this property. You know, just like with sellers, they attach some type of monetary value to the convenience of selling for cash. The buyers are kind of I'm finding doing the same thing where it's like I don't care if I can make more money. If it's going to cause me stress and headaches, I have other options. I don't want to have to deal with that where I may get caught up and now I have to wait a year to get permits and like all that stuff, which is why I think that tearing it down and building a new property in its place is the move because it's going to be a lot less stressful. It's just going to be like tear the place down. Anybody who already has that business model in place of new construction is going to be able to just throw it into their process that they own. So that's why I think it's a new construction play. And yeah, definitely learn another new thing. The lessons we learned are really better than getting the deal to be. Yeah, I mean, I'm with this one especially. There's so much going on that yeah, I've learned so much. Like again, flood zones, being able to assess true value, and the only way to do that is to look at multiple exit strategies when comping a property, being vacant land, um, fix and flips, maybe even checking the market to determine if there are a lot of properties listed for rent in the area to determine maybe this is a rental market. And you can do all of those things on like Redfin or Zillow. You just go to as opposed to for sale or sold, they should all have a for rent. Just stuff like that. Really, again, by assessing the value, determining true value, and the only way to do that is to explore all exit strategies for the end buyer. I think I get caught up in trying to just see what it can be moved at, but I'm not thinking in terms of what my buyer is going to see. and essentially we're just an wow, I have such a hard time with that word. What the hell? Extension of our cash buyers. So we need to be thinking like our cash buyers and making offers based on what our cash buyers are going to see. So thanks for chatting. The interest is this. What is the address? I don't know who this is. I just called them though. Sydney. I spoke with her. Just spoke with him. Spoke. Texted. Addie. Going to send to buyers. Sounds like a good guy too. That sounds like somebody I want to build a relationship with. That realtor right there. It's really gratifying too to be speaking with these people, knowing that like this guy looks like an OG in the game. I don't know why I say that. He just looks like it. Some of these other people, they have, because when you pull them up on HAR, they have little like uh, little spiels about him. You know, he's 5 out of 5 recommendations. Some of them, um, they tell you what neighborhoods specializes in the following neighborhoods. Just good information. Usually they have a little bio. This guy doesn't, but here's a review that somebody left him like just a couple months ago. Helped me and my husband in a lot, a lot in purchasing our new house. First time home buyers. So it's interesting. I feel like I'm pulling the gate down. What's the word on call this gentleman? Looks like another OG in the game. And yeah, on HAR they give you their direct line. So if anybody's in Texas, if you're ever trying to get a hold of a realtor, you just Google their first last name and their TREC number, their Texas Real Estate Commission number. It's just going to be their license number essentially. And more often than not, one of the first few results in Google search is going to be their HAR link, and it just brings you to their profile on HAR, and then a little green button. It'll say Show Phone, and then you click that green button that says Show Phone, and then the words Show Phone will go away, and then their number will pop up in its place. And so I'm getting all these people's numbers, and that's how I'm reaching out. And you can also email them directly from HAR. It's kind of like a submission form, if you will, that I'd imagine gets routed to their email. And then, view website. You can pull up um, their website. Here we go. Hamilton Real Estate and Development Company. So this guy may even be the buyer. Sold residential. So here's the one I'm calling him on. Looks like he does a couple. He does a lot of lot activity, a lot of new builds. Yeah, so this is the guy I'm trying to get in contact with. Flow. Show.
This is Michael T. Hamilton, the Hamilton Real Estate. I'm sorry that I cannot speak on this time because it's very important to me. Please leave your name and number, and I will call you back as soon as possible. Thank you. Have a great and wonderful day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Michael, this is Derek. I had come across a listing of yours over on North Loop. This one would have been listed back in August. Now that I dialed out, I actually see that you represented the seller and buyer on this one. So not sure, how you were a party to this, but I actually am under contract with a homeowner in the area over on East 36th Street in that same zip code. I think maybe on the other side of Airline Drive. The more that I look at the property and the more that I learn about it, I'm thinking that the best route is probably to just tear the property down and build some new construction in its place. The homeowner had done some unpermitted work in addition to the property, so seems like more of a headache to fix and flip than it would to be just to tear the property down. So wanted to reach out to see if either you or a client of yours, any builder or developers in the area, are looking for another opportunity. If so, I'd love to connect and give you some information about the property. If there is any interest, please feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Derek, and my direct line is 832. Talk soon. Love the voicemail. You like that, Pete, huh? I had enough practice. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth realtor that I just called in the area. And to be honest, I practiced it before I started calling too. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely wanted to figure out what it is that I'm gonna say um, ahead of time, so that I don't sound like uh, you know, a complete newbie. And yeah, this guy, it threw me off right as I went to go say, hey, it looks like you represented the buyer on this. I actually saw that he represented both. He was both the listing agent and the buyer's agent on this one. And his company is a real estate and development company. So the more that I look at it, and when I pulled up his website, I think he actually might have bought this and was, taking it as a new construction opportunity. I don't know though. I'd like to dig a little deeper. That's why I was stumbling through my words a little bit. I was like, I don't really know how you were a party to this. I'm gonna take a note. Um, Real estate and development company. Again, these are the really the. It's really it's really just nice to connect with these people and have these type of conversations after like cold calling for a while and getting a bunch of hate and just all that type of stuff. It's really it's like a breath of fresh air, because not only is it like having more decent conversations, but I really do feel like uh I am developing my network by connecting with these people. Just as having quality conversations with sellers. Listen to, yeah, there we go. you get off the phone with the seller after cold calling and it was like, wow, that was a quality conversation. I feel like my funnel is a little bit more full. I feel like I'm, forcing some people to the top of the funnel. And the more conversations I have like that, the easier it's going to be for one person to squeeze through the bottom of the funnel. It's kind of like the same type of feeling I get from uh, having these type of conversations. I wish I was having more conversations today, but I guess it's Friday. Nobody's really answering their phone. Um, but it's like, yeah, when I have a good conversation with a realtor, it's especially like an established realtor. It just makes me feel again. It's more of like an internal thing than anything else. It just makes me feel a little bit more professional, a little bit more. Uh, yeah, I guess professional is just the best word. Experienced. Just feels like I'm headed in the right direction by connecting with the right type of people. I've had an itch to like get out to a networking event of some sort just to get my name out there a little bit more. That's like really the goal. I can't hide away behind the computer and do this virtually. I mean, you could, but I'm hearing, experienced wholesalers and how majority, not a majority, but like a good number of their deals that they do every month are JV opportunities, and that's by just uh, putting their name out there and connecting with as many people in the industry as possible. Who am I looking to speak with here? Yvonne.
Please leave your message for 837.
Hi, this message is for Yvonne. My name is Derek. I had come across a listing where it looks like you were actually the listing agent and possibly brought a buyer to the table as well for a vacant lot over on Cable Street. This was back in May of 2021. This is in zip code 77022, just as a reminder. I'm actually under contract with a homeowner in the area over on East 36th Street. Should be right on the other side of Airline Drive there. The more that I learn about the property, the more I'm starting to think that the best route to take is likely to tear the property down and build some new construction in its place. So I wanted to reach out to you to see if the client that you helped on this one may be looking for another land opportunity, or if you happen to work with any other investor clients, any builders or developers that are looking for another opportunity in the area. I'd love to connect with you and I'd love to provide additional information. My name is Derek again, and the best number to reach me at is 832 617. Okay. Replot this property into 2 separate lots. 40-foot frontage, 100-foot depth. See, that's the type of stuff that I want to become familiar with, because that's going to determine. I don't know if you're on here, Jared, but this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about when it's like, oh, this is a new, you can tear this property down or whatever. It has to work. What's the words I'm looking for? The like the zoning ordinances and the I think that's what it is. Zoning ordinances to be coded as like a residential um, lot of land for it to be, for a buyer to be able to build new construction on it. It needs to, meet the minimum parameters or criteria, if you will, like how much frontage the property has. So if you're looking at the lot from end to end, the width of it, you need a certain amount of feet, and that will dictate whether or not you're able to subdivide the land. What type of how big of a building you can build on it, because not only that, it'll say like, you're going to need so many feet from the street to your front door, you're going to need so many feet in between the neighbors properties, or between the house and the fence that you build to separate the lots or whatever. It's not something that I'm extremely familiar with, but I do know that there are minimum requirements to be able to build and to subdivide. So that's what this guy had listed in his listing here. It says, gives you the option to build a brand new 2,000 square foot home with yada, yada, yada. You're able to replot this property into 2 separate lots. This lot has 40-foot frontage and 100-foot depth. So I would imagine that you only need 20-foot frontage if he's saying that you can subdivide it into 2 separate lots. Property has been leveled, surveyed, and clear to close. All right. Okay. Yeah. What's up, Derek? Okay, hoping for more collaborations. Thank you. Yeah, maybe the fact that it's 100-foot depth will allow him to like stack the lots. I don't know. I don't know how he would have done this here. Curious though. I'll give him a call. I'll pop this open when you're done.
Hello?
Hey, is this Christopher?
Speaking.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Derek. I had come across a listing from about a year ago where you actually looks like you were the listing agent and might have brought the buyer to the table as well for a vacant lot over on East 32nd Street.
On East 32nd. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm under contract myself with a homeowner in the area over on East 36th. And the more that I learn about it, the homeowner had done a bunch of unpermitted work and additions to the property. So again, the more I learn about it, the more I think that the best route to take is probably to tear it down and build some new construction in its place. So wanted to reach out to you to see if you worked with any investor clients, any builders, developers in the area that may be looking for another opportunity.
In order to purchase a lot that has a house that may need to be torn down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much are you asking?
And that's the thing. So we're under contract right now. We're likely going to have to get it reduced now that we've learned all of this, these unpermitted additions and all that. So I was hoping that I could, get a ballpark figure of where an interested buyer may be. I don't think it'll be an issue to get the price reduced by the homeowner. But just for the sake of not having to go back and forth multiple times, I was looking to hopefully get a ballpark figure before going back and renegotiating.
A ballpark figure on what they would ideally want.
Yeah.
An investor.
Yeah.
An investor in that area. They started off at like 75,000. Back, I think at the beginning of the year. So around the time that I was selling that lot for 115 or something, and they were going for like 75. Boom! I sold that one for 115, and then everybody, of course, shot up, right?
Yeah.
So like 115, it'll stay on the market for quite some time.
Okay.
But even how big is the lot?
4,000.
Okay, yeah. I actually have a buyer that's looking at a lot that I have in that area that I have as a listing, but it's not listed.
Okay.
I can turn them on to your lot if you want to send me the HCAT. What is the API?
Yeah.
That's what I really need is the API. Yeah,
Okay.
if you can send me the API, that'll be perfect. That way I can just forward it to them and let them know that that's available.
Sure. Do you mind? I mean, if I just shoot you the address again, there is a property there, and that's what I was going to ask as well. Is I'm looking at this listing here. It was clearly build ready. So I just am unfamiliar. What type of kind of a rehab or rather a demo budget would somebody set aside to tear the property down and make it build ready?
Yeah, because that's going to be a cost too, huh?
Yeah, because if you're saying 115, I'm thinking it's to tear down and get it ready. What do you think, like 100?
But then again, when you tear it down, this is a house on a slab or a house on pier and beam or block and beam?
I think yeah, pier and beam is what it is. It's elevated a bit.
Okay, so that is to tear the house down is not a major thing.
Okay.
I think they're doing that for like $5,000 or something.
Okay.
But the utilities there are a major part. Keeping the utilities attached, like the sewer and stuff that, having that still be attached to somewhere where they can save, I believe.
Okay.
And whatever other utilities. Let me see. It's a 4,000 square foot lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would send me the API like right now so I can get it over to her. It's
Okay.
Friday. Yeah, let me get it over to her. And you just gotta really like you probably and this is like a wholesale deal or is it?
Yeah. So I'm under contract, looking to
wholesale
assign it.
deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, let me know what you can get it to me for.
Yeah.
I definitely got somebody that may be interested. So send me a number, send me the API and what you think we can do on the contract.
Sure. Yeah. And just so that I know, are you referring to the parcel number when you're talking API?
Yeah, you can give me the parcel number. That's fine.
Okay. All right. I'll
Not
shoot
the
you.
parcel number. Give me the tax number. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll look at it myself.
Okay. Perfect. I'll send you that. I'll send you the parcel number. I'll send you the address too, because again, the property's there. So, and then.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And
right.
I'll be frank with you, to be honest, because again, I know it's probably going to be something where I have to renegotiate it anyways. So I'll just be frank with you. We're under contract right now for 120. So we're obviously looking to make something on it. So that's why I'm saying, I know that it's probably going to have to be reduced.
Wow. Yeah, they definitely got to reduce it, right?
Yeah. And I really don't think it'll be an issue to do so. The homeowner has already kind of mentioned it himself. Like, you know what, it may need to be torn down. So I don't think it'll be an issue. Again, just for the sake of not having to go back and forth and getting it reduced multiple times. I'd like to know kind of where the buyer would stand so that I can just go ahead and try to get it reduced one time. So I'll send you this information right now, kind of just remind you what we talked about now through text. And yeah, let me know what your buyer's thinking.
All right, cool, man.
All right. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
I felt the need to just be honest with him again for this. They're doing a lot. I don't want to just play games. I don't want to have to what I just said. I don't want to have to go back to the homeowner and be like, oh, we need it at this price. We need it at 100. And then the buyer to come in and be like, well, we're going to get it at 90. And then have to go back to the homeowner. It turns out we need it lower. We need it at 80. It's like, I'd much rather just know, here's the information. Let me know what you think you may be able to offer on it. He kept saying API. I've never heard that. I figured he meant APN, which is parcel number, assessor's parcel number. That's why I wanted to clarify. He was like, yeah, or just like the tax ID. So I'm saying address is this, APN is this, 4K square foot lot, demo required for new construction. Um, Anything else that I really need to tell them? No. Yeah, his sold for 115. Same size lot. And this one is just, yeah, right on the other side of Airline, which again is kind of out of the flood zone. So see how he acts about that. Excuse me. Got a couple more people I'm gonna call here. Just a couple more people, and then I'm gonna skedaddle for the day. I don't think I can make the calls today. I need to get out a little earlier than usual. I'm trying to start like creating a little schedule for myself. Um, what I'm gonna start doing days, I am gonna go down to the coffee a couple blocks away from my house. I'm gonna spend like all day for dollars, like all day. I probably won't go live on Mondays anymore. If I do, maybe I'll just go live from the coffee shop to kind of like hang out a little bit and like Q&A or do whatever, kind of just hang out with you guys while I'm over there driving for dollars. And then what I want to start doing, I think, is just dedicating a day where I spend more time than usual on disposition. And I'm finding that Friday probably isn't the best day. A lot of people haven't answered their phone, and the people that have, like this guy right here, he was like, "Send it to me. What's today? Ah, Friday." You know what I mean? It's just clear that people are kind of winding down. This is the type of business where you dictate your own schedule. So why would you work on Fridays if you dictate your own schedule? So I think maybe like maybe Thursdays, where I'm like, I'm not wanting to not do lead generation or lead follow up, but like on the days where I go heavy, like Monday, I'm gonna go heavy driving for dollars, and maybe my follow ups, a little bit of dialing and follow ups. Tuesday, I'll go heavy cold calling, heavy follow ups, maybe a little disposition in the morning. Wednesday, same thing, kind of cold call, follow up, little disposition. Thursday, do a little cold calling, a little bit of follow up, but go heavy on the disposition. And then Friday, probably revert back to going heavy on the cold calling and follow up. This guy has hella properties. Um, yeah. I'm gonna give Amber a call, and she's gonna be the last person I call today in terms of the disposition for the realtors. All right.
This is Amber.
Hi, Amber. My name is Derek. I was reaching out. I had come across a listing of yours that sold a few months back over on Castor Street.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. So I'm actually under contract with a homeowner in the area. The more that I kind of learn about the property, the more I'm starting to think that it's probably best to just tear the existing structure down and take the new construction route. The homeowner had done a bunch of kind of unpermitted work and additions to the place. So I think it'll be more of a headache to fix and flip it than it would to just tear it down. So came across this listing here and wanted to reach out to see if the client that you represented on this one, or possibly any other builder or developer clients that you work closely with, may be looking for another opportunity in the area.
Uh, so I did not work directly with the builder. I
Okay.
represented the sellers, and they are the ones that they hired the builder built that for us.
Gotcha.
The two properties. Yes, but are you familiar with the builder?
No, I'm not. I do see that they do have some activity in the area though. Mackenzie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, those are the only two. I had very little correspondence with him. I represented the sellers.
Gotcha.
I mean, so are you looking for a builder, or you already own the land, or you're going to buy the land and tear it down, or what?
Yeah, so I'm under contract right now, just looking to assign my interest. The property's still there, but again, I'm thinking that whoever does end up, taking this one down, I think that tearing the property down is probably the best route. So, what if it is a builder or a developer, anybody really who's looking to take a look at, I'm willing to send it off to anybody who's willing to take a peek at it.
Right. Well, then I would just, like I said, I did not deal with him. I met him over there for some walkthroughs
Right.
and a few things, and had some email correspondence, but I dealt directly with the sellers.
Gotcha.
So the developers. So I guess just reach out to Mackenzie. Go to their website and reach out to him. I don't even remember his name, and just give him a call.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, and I figured that would probably be the case. I was hoping maybe I'd get in contact with the gatekeeper here, but it makes total sense to me. So I appreciate you taking the call.
And I did that specifically. I did not represent the builder. I represented the sellers, which was Debbie and Tom Dermeyer. So.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking the call.
I don't know anything about it, so I don't know whether to refer him or not refer him, or
right.
That would be a conversation you'd want to have with them.
Absolutely. I appreciate you taking the call, and I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, certainly. Okay, thank you.
I know.
All right, bye.
That's an interesting conversation because she represented. I'm trying like my best to answer this question of how much appropriately, because well, let me finish my thought here. She didn't work with the builder, only the seller. But to me, it's like the seller worked with the land, and they were the one who bought the land and then contracted the builder to build the property and then sell it. So you dealing with the seller is probably the same thing in my opinion, but it makes sense. This other woman who I spoke with earlier, Sydney, she had literally forgot that she had represented the buyer on this deal because it was just this woman who bought the lot next door to her house, and it reached out to her, I guess. And I'm just now she said, "What's the address?" And I sent her the address, and she said, "How much?" And I'm trying my best to answer this because I can't just tell her the price because it's not appropriate. Again, what I need to do is get feedback in order to renegotiate with the homeowner. I said, we're under contract with the homeowner uh, at 120, which is what we are. I'm just being honest at this point. It's like I feel like honesty is the best policy because the more I try to like finesse people and like you know duck and dodge and play games and like I feel like at this point we I just need to be frank with people. Hey, I said we're under contract with the homeowner at 120, but I know that is probably unattractive to somebody looking to buy for lot value. The seller seems agreeable to renegotiate, so I'm hoping to field some offers / feedback on where buyers would feel most comfortable to avoid having to reduce the price with the homeowner multiple times. I'm gonna say I apologize because I know that's uh if buyer is interested s- somewhere in that ballpark. I said, if the buyer is interested somewhere in that ballpark, squared away with a homeowner within the next few days. Just hey, you're not wasting your time. I promise. I got a couple comments from the homies, huh? Everything by John. What happened to the first deal closed video? You deleted it? No, I don't think so. What happened to the first deal closed video? You deleted it? This one, it's so funny. Shouldn't have. Hopefully not. Check out no. I changed my name too. I don't know if you guys caught that. I'm no longer Derek for real. Now I am Derek Does Deals. So spread the word. Tell a friend. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, Derek Does Deals. First deal. Wow, I'm not that cool, huh? You would think it would have popped up. First deal closed. I'm gonna find it. Your videos. Content, playlists. And now it just wants to go super slow. Well, anyways. There it goes. Playlist. My first wholesale deal. Talking with tenant, contract signed, talking with tenant, wholesale real estate, first deal update, talking with cash buyers, realtor relationships, speaking with cash buyer, title company, my first deal, tenant update, trying to close, closing day, first wholesale deal closed. That's the one I imagine he's referring to. There it goes. And then I'm going to come over here and say, hopefully this is the one you were referring to, not I have a playlist called My First Wholesale Deal. That's what it's called. Brian, did you get another contract? It was good, D Money. Brian, you trip me out, bro. Trip me out because you call all the nicknames that you call me. It's like that's what all my close friends call me. D. That's like, well, that one I came to the conclusion that like anybody who ended up like spending enough time with me, they just naturally started calling me D. But I associate people who refer to me as Money, which is funny enough, as like my close friends. That's why I say you trip me out. No new contract. I just spent not all, but last couple of hours here on the live stream calling some realtors in the area who represented buyers on some vacant lots. The more the more we learn about this property that's under contract here, the more I'm starting to learn and realize that it's probably best to just tear the property down. It's not that there isn't money to be made in rehabbing the place, but there's likely more of a headache for a fix and flipper to go in there and do everything that's needed to be done, especially with all of this unpermitted work and additions done to the property. There's probably more of a headache involved in doing that than simply tearing the property down and a builder or a developer to just, go ahead and implement their process that they have likely perfected and then just get it up. I think Jerry Norland buys lots, right? Possibly. And that's the thing too, is it's not a lot. It's not a build ready lot. It's there's still a property there that needs to be torn down and probably some other things to uncover. So I reached out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 realtors. Got a hold of just a small handful. It seems like nobody really works on Friday. One person is going to reach out to the buyer who bought the lot that I was calling on. Voicemail, 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 voicemail. This other woman I'm going back and forth with through text. She had represented a woman who was buying a lot just right next door. Um, so she doesn't necessarily have investor, like builder, developer clients, but she was going to reach out to this woman to see if maybe she wanted another lot or another place, another lot. It's right around the block. Left voicemail. Spoke with a gentleman who I texted the information to. He's going to send it to his buyers. Left voicemail, left voicemail, left voicemail. And then I have a gentleman as well who is working with a client right now, looking for a lot to build in the area. Sent him the information. And then spoke with the last woman who I spoke with. She was not in direct communication with the builder. So she couldn't really point me in the right direction, but that's what's going on with that. Something that I did learn is, well, rather, maybe not learn, but got a little feedback on the realtor who I connected with second to last year. He had given me a rough estimate of 5,000 in order to just tear the existing structure down. But what will likely bring additional headaches and money is if the utilities, you run into issues with utilities and just keeping them intact and being able to just essentially swap out the properties as opposed to, going to the root cause, if you will, going down to the core and just and in terms of the sewage and electrical, all that, like if you can keep the utilities intact and build the new property there, the budget probably isn't too significant in terms of getting the lot build ready. But if you run into issues with that, then it sounds like it's probably going to increase the budget some. But it was good to know. He sold that lot for 115, same exact size lot. So he sold that one for 115. He's saying that as long as everything checks out, it should only take about $5,000 in order to get it build ready and tear the existing structure down. I think it's probably going to be more like 10 with everything going on in that property. So let's just play it conservative and say that they would buy it for 105. It's under contract right now for 120. So looking to get some solid feedback, some like confirmed buyer interest, and maybe even some ballpark figures as to where they would feel comfortable, so that we don't have to go renegotiate multiple times with the homeowner. I mean, we could try to renegotiate with the homeowner and just bring him down to like 80 or something like that, to where it will probably be a deal for anybody. Um, but in the event that he says no and he's not willing, I again would love to actually have some solid feedback to know where our true max allowable offer would be, so that again, if he says no in that, like, no, I can't do 80, it's like, well, what can you do? And then he says 105 or 110. It's like, gosh, like it's still kind of so tight. Like I wouldn't know if I would be able to find somebody above and beyond that unless I have some real feedback, some real buyer interest, some buyers who are saying, if I would get this, I would be at this number. That way, we don't just say, "Oh, okay, yeah, we can do the 110. Let's sign an addendum, or let's sign a new purchase and sale agreement to get a new price in place," and then go back to the buyer and they're like, "Well, I think the most I can do is 100 or 105." So to avoid having to go back to the seller and be like, "Oh, it turns out we needed lower actually," it's like the last thing that I would want to do. So as that, got some good contacts in there though. Again, I was kind of saying I just like knowing that I am speaking with people in the industry. It leads me to feel like I'm making some real good progress in terms of building my network and relationships in the industry. And yeah, I don't know. It just makes me feel successful talking with people who have been in the industry for 20 plus years, me being able to hold my own in the conversation, all that good stuff. That was one, that was something that I took away when the lead, who I haven't spoken with in a while, he hasn't answered my phone calls, but he had 6 properties that he was wanting to sell. Um, that was the first conversation where I got off the phone and I was like, I can talk to anybody, like there's nobody who's going to be too intimidating to talk to. Whereas before that, I would get intimidated. And I'm glad that I spoke with that guy the way that I spoke with him. He literally called me back off of a text campaign, and I was driving my car, and I was like, I got to answer this. And I put him on speaker, and it was just like a very casual conversation. And I didn't have the opportunity to psych myself out, which is, a good, I think, learning lesson. I forget who says it, but it's like the 5-second rule. Like if you tell yourself that you're gonna do something, you got to do it in 5 seconds, or else you're gonna start making excuses. You're gonna start psyching yourself out. You're gonna start, you know, becoming intimidated and doing all these things. Whereas if you were to just do it in the first 5 seconds, you wouldn't allow the brain space, the time to be able to come up with this nonsense that's filling your head, because it really is. It's nonsense. It's non-existent. It's just made up. So that's what I'm trying to do too. Is I'm trying to say right now, oh, I'm gonna call realtors. Boom, I'm gonna start doing it right now. I don't want to sit here and okay, if they say this, what am I gonna say? If they object and they say that they don't want it because of this reason, what am I gonna say? It's like I'll just have a casual conversation, and I find that the more that I do that, the more productive. And because if I'm scripted when I'm talking to people like these type of people, like realtors, it's gonna come across like one, I don't know what I'm doing, and two, like who is this guy? Like, like who is this guy giving me a sales call? Or like I'm gonna appear as a untrustworthy wholesaler who's just trying to get things locked up and assign it. And so I find that just the more casual I keep it and allow the conversation to go in whatever direction that it was going to go in the first place, it makes for a better conversation, even if I don't get the questions answered that I need answered, or am able to effectively communicate the opportunity at play. The fact that I have the conversation, I introduce myself to these realtors, I have productive conversations about whatever it is, whether it be their business, my business, or the contract or deal at play. The more casual I treat it and the less like intimidating I make it in my head, um, the better I feel at the end of the conversation. So another comment here on YouTube. I'm just going through my emails now. How many deals you did in 2022 so far, bro? Ugh. Ugh. Yikes. So I'm gonna call the dispo efforts capped on today. Like I said, I'm going back and forth with three of those realtors that I called out of the, how many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20, 13. 3 of the 13 I am going back and forth with through text. Hopefully that turns into something and can get you guys an update over the next few days here. Other than that, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call that guy. Let me 1 second. I don't know if you guys caught that video yesterday, but I was like this close to a 1 call close. Literally cold called the guy, had a productive conversation. We made a verbal agreement on price. I sent him the contract. He just got off the phone. I let him off the phone. It was my mistake. But then when I started to revert back to my hello sign, which is my e-sign, my e-doc signatures for electronically signing documents, you can see if they've opened it or if they've viewed it, they've signed it, it'll update you on that. And up until I think like last night, he still hadn't even opened it. He was at work when I was talking to him. So I'm hoping that, that's something else that I'm really focusing on. I'm not trying to like paint some type of negative picture in my head. For all I know, he was just at work, busy, and forgot about it. So all he needs is for me to give him a call and remind him hey, I sent that thing over. Take a look. Yeah, he still hasn't opened it. It just says sent. So I don't even know. Maybe I sent it to the wrong email. There's just so many different things, So I'm not gonna just assume that he hasn't seen it, or sorry, that he's ignoring me or anything like that. But I am gonna call him because we have an agreement.
Please leave your message for
Wholesale minutes.
sorry, mailbox is full.
Can't believe it. Shot him a quick text asking if he had a chance to look it over and if he had any questions. I'm gonna try to make it my follow up with these type of people very service centered, like not like trying to lean as far away from like strong arming him and like forcing him. Whereas in the past, I used to like implement some tactics that other salespeople use. Like, we're trying to buy something in the next 30 days. It's either going to be your house or it's going to be somebody else's house. We need to buy one house. I'd love for it to be yours. I don't. That's not really who I am. I'm realizing, and I'm moving away from that, and want to make it very service based. So like, as opposed to following up with him, like saying something along those lines, rather following up with him like I did. Like, hey, did you have a chance to look it over? Did you have any questions about it? Love to answer any questions that you may have. But I'm gonna call him tomorrow too. If he doesn't reply, probably from a different number. Yeah, and this woman, what a trip. What's today, the 25th? Let me take notes on her. I'll read out loud when I'm typing. Connected. This woman I had connected with yesterday, cold calling, and she was like, "Yeah, call me when I'm off work, so that I can talk to my husband about it." Like, all right. And then off the stream yesterday, she had called me back. We connected. I'm gonna say connected with seller. This woman's name is the same name as the woman on title. However, she does not own this property. But she does possibly have a property that her and her husband are wanting to sell. She didn't provide any info to Derek, as she wants to discuss with her husband about everything first. She will reach out to Derek if there is any interest. Derek communicated benefits, and she seemed to attach match. She seemed to like the cash offer. She really stuck to that word cash. She was like, cash? Yeah. And I'm going to, is this, no. So I'll call her in like a week. She had called me kind of late when she got home. She called me probably like 7:30 her time, about 5:30 my time. So I just want to make note to call her around that same time. Got this, bro. Good luck. Your skills are improving. Keep them casual combos. You're killing it. Progress every single day. Appreciate you, Brian. Thank you so much. It means a lot. I feel like I am, that's why I don't want to make any more excuses for myself. Now it's just a matter of doing the work. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on this agreement, but I'm also what I'm gonna do is probably drop him into the after like a week goes by. Let me take note on that. If like a week goes by, and he still hasn't replied, I'm going to drop him into the text campaign, which is like the offers campaign that I've referred to a few times on the channel. It's when I have made an offer and they just haven't accepted it. It's kind of like, well, he already verbally agreed here, but I think it should work out the same way. I don't think any of the texts are going to sound too funky if the fact that he's already agreed to it. But that way I can just start throwing people. This is what I want to do. I want to have enough conversations with people like him and obviously try to get the contract signed while I have him on the phone. But since it's a numbers game, I'm not going to trick myself into thinking that there aren't going to be people like this exactly who, I should have, I just got overly excited. I should have kind of bit my tongue, or I should have taken a step back and not sent it until he was ready to go through it. But I sent it anyways. But I want to just make enough offers. Like I was saying the other day, that's a metric that I really want to start to keep track of. I'm going to erase all of this off my whiteboard right now. Stop talking about it. Start being about it. I'm going to daily start to come in here and again start to track how many contacts I'm making on my dialer and my texting platform, as well as how many follow-ups I'm making and how many offers I've made that day. For now, to keep it realistic and to not set myself up for disappointment or internal failure, if you will, I'm going to give a goal for myself to do 20 contacts on the dial, or rather, I think 30 contacts in general. Combined dialer and texting platform is appropriate with the amount of money I spend on marketing, and I want to do minimum of I'll say 3 follow-ups, and I want to make at least 1 offer a day. That's like my goal right now. So I'm going to say, and I want to be able to share this with you guys as well. Contacts. I'm just going to keep like a tally, Follow-ups. Offers. Oof, that's stinky. Ooh, that marker. My goodness. feel like I just got unhealthy by whiffing that. Yikes. All right. I'm going to call it right there. What I'm going to do when I hop off, just so you know, is finish some disposition efforts. I have a couple of Facebook DMs that I want to get back to, a couple personal emails, individual emails that I want to send off to those people, and repost it to Craigslist, bump it on Facebook groups a couple of times. And yeah, and I need to eat something again. I'm always forgetting to eat. I'm locked in. That's how locked in I am. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Love every single one of you guys. Appreciate you for becoming really part of the family here. Trying to think of some type of like cool name for the funnel feeders. Should I just call it that? That's what it is. That's what the Discord group is. We'd love to have you join us in Discord. Check out the links in the description. I got my Instagram down there as well as the Discord group. Discord is going to be the best way to get a hold of me. Probably got about 30 people in there now. Trying to get as many people in there as possible to the point where people are starting to kind of overlap in their markets, so that some networking opportunities can take place and possibly some JV opportunities as well, to be able to help each other out. So I know the only way that that's going to happen is if we get more people in there. Increase the likelihood of somebody doing what you're doing in your market. So we'd love to have you in there. If you do join and you want to see any type of specific resources, please do let me know. I'd love to try to help out. I just threw the JV contract that I use in there for who asked for that? Somebody had asked for that, but Tony asked for that. He just hopped in there recently. So yeah, we'd love to have you in there. Do me a favor before you leave, if you haven't already, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. I think I just checked. I think we're at like 184 subscribers. So my deal or my goal is still 200. Let's see if we can get another 16 within the next week here before the end of March, before the end of quarter 1. So if you do, again, take anything away from these videos and you haven't already subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it if you did. And if you take enough out of these videos and you feel that somebody in your network would benefit from watching these videos as well, please feel free to share it. I would appreciate that as well. So I'll hop off for the day. Appreciate you guys. Have a happy Friday, happy wholesaling, good rest of your week, good weekend, and I will see you guys. If not tomorrow, I may hop on tomorrow to make some calls, but more than likely I will see you on Monday. So until then, peace.